Greetings. Hey, it's Susie Jurevich. Hey, I'm outside in the desert. One of my videos, I had a comment from my friend Kara that said, tell me more about unfoldment. And I really liked getting that feedback. And so in a succinct way, I'd like to just kind of go over it. Now, this is quite a process, but I'm going to bring it down into some simple ways of looking at it. So we're going to look at it from dimensional places. So you might say that a person in a one-dimensional place or state of being is living in the physical plane, having experiences, going to work, family, pets, job, fun, just in experience and just living their life and feeling as though everything is fine. And we've all been there. And that's part of it, that's stage one, just being in present moment with what's happening, and it's feeling good for right now. The next one is stage two. This one is going into a little bit more of second dimensional reality. And so basically you're still doing all that, and all of a sudden, and we all have this, it's not for a few, all of us experience it, is different things begin to arise. So we have got some things that we weren't prepared for, some distractions, it could be a loss of job or a relationship ending, having to move out of state, or, an illness, or, family things that are coming up. And so you start finding that you're really struggling, and you might have multiple things all at one time that are introduced into your field of awareness in the second dimension. And so with that, you may feel kind of, struggling a little bit, and a feeling of maybe a little bit of loss of ego, like kind of getting unsettled from that position of who am I and what am I good at, and, what do I really know for sure. So this third stage here is going into 3D, which is where we're at. And this one is related to kind of going into, having a few things go on. Some people go here, not everybody. Some people will go to what we call the dark night of the soul. And that happens as a result of a lot of things kind of cascading into, layers and layers of things that aren't good, that are creating suffering in your life and in your heart and in your soul. And so this might be a time of deep despair, or, being almost like stuck in a loop of a continuous stream of the same yucky stuff, and it's a time where people want to give up, sometimes suicidal thoughts, sometimes just at a loss for how to go about living the life that you used to have. You don't have it anymore, and you don't know what to do. And so some people get real mired in this stage 3 here, where they're just really stuck like in mud or quicksand in the dark night of the soul. It's an epic time. I have had experience there, and that was part of my path. It's not everybody's path. And so I've actually been through that. If anybody has deeper questions about dark night of the soul, they can definitely contact me privately, and I'll be happy to share some things I learned. So this is a part that the dark night of the soul lasts for a long time. It's not comfortable. And it's a sad time. There's a lot of loss. There's a lot of people that fall away from your life. New ones come in, but you find that the person you used to be is no longer there. Something's changed. So then we move into, and that could take a while too, so you kind of get settled in that. And that's a big part of the unfoldment, is to be in that rite of passage with the dark night of the soul. That's a big part of unfoldment. It's like you have to walk through that gauntlet to come to the place of unfoldment. So we're going to go into stage 4, or fourth dimensional reality, and that goes into kind of like a space. Okay, so the dark night of the soul has eased up some, and you're like, I can breathe. Oh, here comes the wind in my hair. Anyway, you start feeling that the fourth dimension is kind of like a hallway or tunnel or pass through, and so it's kind of a neutral place where you can kind of lick your wounds a little bit, kind of look around and assess what's next. And so it's just a container of possibility. Then stage 5, or fifth dimension, is where you move into unfoldment. And this is a place where you get kind of goofy. Like the dark night of the soul had you so kind of down in the tooth and just, nothing was working and you were so stuck. And all of a sudden with unfoldment, you find that you become kind of this open space of possibility. You could say that you walk into a portal, or you could say, I am the portal, or I am the vortex. I am, one with all there is. This is a place of unity. Instead of being a part of the whole, you realize that, hey, I am a part of the whole, and in that I am the whole. So you begin to feel this state of bliss and this feeling of, oh gosh, just this beloved kind of bliss and happiness and laughter. Once going through that dark night of the soul, I mean, when you're on the other side of it, the beauty is, it's like this beautiful becoming. And that fourth dimension, or stage 4, is the becoming of something new. So in unfoldment, you have come through that. And then you come into that realization that I have changed, I am different, and I understand about the oneness of this beautiful life. I am one with all. I am continuing to go deeper and deeper into the oneness. So it's the unity of everything, becoming the container of possibility. It's almost like being an empty space, void of personality, simply in the beingness of being here, neutral, void in some ways. And so the laughter and the smiles and the newness arrives in, void of that personality. Hope this helps, Kira. Thank you so much for suggesting to go into unfoldment. Any of these steps, there's so much depth into this beautiful staging of a person's life on a certain particular path. And this is one path, there's many. And I just know with certainty that each one of you that's listening is on your most perfect path, that you're in your most perfect place in this moment now, having your most perfect experience. I wish you the best, and I know it's so. May you be blessed. Namaste.